Hi, my name is Jennifer Hudson, and today I will be introducing to you the instructional technology tool Kahoot. Now, there are two different websites that are used for Kahoot. The one that we're going to focus on first is create.kahoot.it. This is where you will create your account. So you will first go and create an account if you don't have an account. And once you have an account created, you will log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in first, and then we'll get started, and I'll show you the other website that's used for Kahoot at a later time. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and look at the different options. As stated, it is a free account, so you can do quizzes, discussions, and surveys. And I am pretty new at Kahoot, so I don't have many Kahoots available, but there are public Kahoots as well. Now, Kahoot is a resource that could be used for basically checking to see how well your students are learning the skill. You can use it in any subject matter. I've used it mostly a lot in ELA, grammar, but today I'm going to use it in science. So I'm going to click on quiz, and I'm going to show you how to do a quiz. I'm going to use my title as matter, and then you want to make sure you have a description here as well. You can use a sentence, you can use hashtags, you can use a combination of both if you like. You want to make sure that you click on who is able to view your Kahoot. Now, I have it available for everyone to see, but if you only want it for yourself and only for your classes, by all means, you want to choose that option. You can choose your language setting. You can change that as well. And then you can also change your audience, who will be viewing it. I'm going to click on add an image because you can add an image to your Kahoot. I'm going to go ahead and click on our states of matter, solids, liquids, and gases picture that I have saved. And what you can look at down here, you can also put on here any credit resources that you would like to use. And you can also click on here intro video. I think this is a very cool part of Kahoot where you can do an intro video to your Kahoot. You can use any video that you would like. A lot of educators, myself included, I've used Brain Pop, I've used Discovery Education, and I've used this Learn 360. So maybe one of those clips out of there you would want to use to embed in your Kahoot before you actually start asking questions. So what we're going to do is go ahead, and once you're done with your description, you can click on OK, Go. And this is what you just created right here, your title, your description, and your who's able to see, who's visible to see your Kahoot. First thing you want to do is go to add a question. You're going to add your question. For the sake of time today, I'm only going to have 2 questions, but you can have as many questions that you would like, and that is up to you. So here's my question. Here you can do a time limit. The default time limit is 20 seconds, but I am going to change to 30 seconds today. And I think this is the coolest, the most amazing part, and the fun part of Kahoot is awarding points. Now, when you do surveys and you do discussions, you're not able to award points for those, but you are able to award points for quizzes. And I think when you do quizzes and awarding points, the students are enjoying it. They're so engaged, and they're so engaged because they want to make sure they are getting to the top first place position. And I believe you will see what I'm talking about as we start playing the game. But I always award points for my quizzes, and just like I stated before, you can't award points for discussions and your surveys. So these are the 2 answer choices that I'm putting here. Now I'm only choosing 2 because I want to show you on the screen how only 2 answer choices show up in instead of 4. So you can do your 4, but since we only have 2, you have to make sure you select the correct answer. So that's what you do in those boxes there, or in those circles. You can also add an image if you like, and another video to lead up to this question. I'm going to go ahead and select next. And then we're going to go to add another question. And then our other question, we know that matter is made of too small to see with our eyes. And so this is the second question. I'm going to do 30 seconds for that one and award points. And then we're going to go to answer choices. And so we want to select our correct answer. And you can do the same thing, add an image or add a video. And I'm going to select next. Now these are your questions that you just did. So this is a part where you can overview. You can check to see if you need to change anything. So I'm going to check to make sure I have everything that's on there. Anything that has mass and takes up space is blank. We know that matter is made of blank that are too small to see with our eyes. So everything's there. I'm going to click on save. In this area here, you can click on edit, preview, play it, or share it. Well, what you could do if you are automatically finished, you can click on play it, and that's how you would start playing the game. However, I'm not going to do that. I wanted to show you where your dashboard is, so where you can go and find this game or this Kahoot at a later time. So I'm going to click on I'm done. And then so when I click on I'm done, this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard where your other Kahoots are. So I'm going to click on the one that we just created. You can select here, or you can just click on play. Now, before we click on play, I want to show you to the other website. This is the website that your students are going to have to get to. It's called kahoot.it. Now, many schools do allow electronic devices of all kinds. Well, if they have access to the internet, they can use that device, because all they need to do is have access to the internet and type in Kahoot. This is the screen that will come up on their page, and it is asking for a game pin. The game pin will not be available until you have selected play. So this is where you will select play. Now both of these screens are coming up at this time. You won't have that on the day of you playing your Kahoot, because the students will have their devices in their hands, and you will have this device either projecting from your Promethean board or your smart board. This is where it says player versus player. You can do a one-on-one, or if they would like to do teams, they can select teams as well. I'm going to select the classic version, which is one-on-one. So it's showing you, and it's getting ready to get that game ready. This is the game pin that they're looking for. The game pin that they're looking for right here is 745001. So now we're going to go to this screen, and we're going to type in 745001. And we're going to click enter. And then this is where they put their nickname. I put the nickname JH. So when I type in JH, it says you're in. See your nickname on screen. So this is the screen that is shown in the class. And if you have a class of 15 students and you only have 10 players right here that have joined the game, you know you're still waiting on the rest of your students. So you don't want to start your game without all of your players. Now, all of the players are in, so we're going to select start. And then here's your questions. And it shows you your picture that you uploaded at the beginning of the game. Question 1 comes up, and all the questions come up pretty fast, but they do come back up at the top of the screen, so the students that need to read it over, they can. It says anything that has mass and takes up space is what? Is it matter or gas? As a teacher, feel free to read it for those that may need some assistance in reading it themselves. So this is the screen where they check either the triangle or the diamond. The correct answer was the triangle, so we're going to click that. This shows them how many points they have, and it says that it is correct. So they get immediate feedback when they have a correct answer. So we have 4 seconds left, and now here we are. It shows the teacher how many students selected the correct answer and how many students selected the incorrect answer. Now, we only had 2 questions, but if you had students that chose an answer or selected an answer choice for all of them, you may want to revisit that question. This is a time where I stop and I evaluate my teaching and I evaluate what the students are learning. This is a teachable moment. Why are the students thinking this is the answer instead of the correct answer? And they can discuss and talk about it, why, and help them understand it a little better. So now we're going to select next right here. And it shows next. This is the part where it gets exciting. It gets heated because all the students want to be in the first place. So up here it shows my number and it shows my name. If you had more students in the game, of course it would show theirs. So it shows them that their place that they're in, your first place. So it would tell them what place they're in. So we're going to select next and go on with the game. Here's question 2. It comes up. And then we get ready to read it on the top of the screen. We know that matter is made of blank that are too small to see with our eyes. We have solid, we have liquid, and we have gas and particles. So what you want to do is check which one is the correct answer. We know that particles is the correct answer. And because we know particles is the correct answer, we would select the green or the square. Now, I want to show you what's going to come up if it's the wrong answer. So we're going to select the triangle again. It's incorrect. It says it ain't over till it's over. So it tells the students, yes, you may have selected a wrong answer, but it's not over yet. You still have time to come on up. So this is where we're going to go ahead and look at what was correct, which was green, and this was what was incorrect. And it shows you the incorrect and correct answers. As you can tell, my battery's getting low, but I'm so sorry about that. But we're going to keep going on. And then here's the end. And with the end of the game, it shows you the score of the top score. And it tells how many points the person earned. And it also shows how much was incorrect and how much correct points or questions were answered. Now, we're going to go ahead and exit out of this. This is the end of that game. And this is the screen that they will have. And then it ends on their end as well. Now, this is what I was sharing to you, your dashboard with your Kahoots. Now, if you ever wanted to create a discussion or a survey, you go to discussion. And it's the same type of format that we just created when we did the quiz. It asks you if you are closing and discarding this Kahoot. You click OK. And then if you're doing a survey, it's the same thing, same type of format, and you click close. To get back to your dashboard, we're going to discard and close this Kahoot. Now, I really do enjoy using Kahoot. I know I'm very new at using Kahoot. However, I really feel as if it is very beneficial to my students. And what I've realized is that students love music, students love high engaged technology and things that's making them think quickly and allowing them to think on their own. I enjoy it. Students really are learning and they're taking an assessment without really knowing that they're taking an assessment. So that's the joy of doing this. It's a review to get them ready for maybe a chapter test or a real quiz that they're going to take in class. You can use this for an exit slip. You can use this for a beginning morning warm-up. Any kind of things that you want to see how well the students are learning. I hope you learned a lot from my instructional tutorial today. I thank you for sharing your time with me today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to review this video again. Thank you, and you have a great day.